This is the March 10th, 2024 Cup of the Day, Scorched, featuring Kcedus by Zentrian. It's a flowy dirt map, and you're supposed to drive from the start to the finish, but I thought it would be more fun to drive from the finish to the start. So we dropped down here onto the sand, off the track, so that we can avoid all of the checkpoints. We've got to collect the checkpoints in the reverse order, or it would be cheating, at least by my rules. We had a nice drive over these sandy hills, back on the track for a second, making sure to avoid this checkpoint. But this route, we get a little bit too much height and bang into the hill. So instead, we're going to go to the left of the checkpoint, where you can just squeeze through. Get a lot less airtime, a lot more speed, and get up that hill very, very fast. Now we're coming up to the end, where we face the first major challenge, and it is this checkpoint that we have to get past and get to the finish line without collecting it. So here I'm going into the water next to the last checkpoint and going back so that I can get some speed. There's a wall that I think I can climb over if I get enough speed and exactly the perfect angle and the gods favor me. But the gods don't favor me. So here's an alternate strategy I tried. There's a little lip here that I think I can jump off of. You see, I get my tires up there. Maybe I can make that. But I gave up. I found another possible route where we're going to get a little bit more space from that second wall, turn around and use this slanted part of the sandhill, kind of like a ramp. I think this is promising, but I tried a lot and I could not get it to work, because that wall is just too high. I did find a great strategy. Notice that wonderful water bounce, where we get some more space from the checkpoint. So we're going to try to pick up some speed and then use a steep dirt turn as a ramp, making sure to avoid that checkpoint, because again, it would be cheating. First time, minute 10 in, we get over and we get through the slow-mo to the finish line, a minute 15 seconds to get the start done. Now we're at the beginning of the finish to reverse drive. And most of this reverse drive is going to be pretty straightforward. We've got a little lip there, but we get over it no problem. And then we just drive a little bit, hugging the left here to get over another lip. It's actually a really clean one. Then a pretty simple transition here, nothing tricky. But now, this is checkpoint 4, leading into checkpoint 5, which is the real doozy, because there is a drop down and a wall, and there is no ramp to climb up. So we've got to respawn at checkpoint 4 and drop off the road and go around. But I was being greedy, so I crashed a few times, got one rollover, then I got a pretty slow but acceptable drop down. Checkpoint 5 is over to the left, and we're just going to go around it and then up this sand hill here, and we'll collect checkpoint 5. Turning around is no problem. And then it's pretty straightforward from here. We just drive the track in reverse. There's a couple of little ledges that are weird to get over, but they're no real problem. Here's the first one coming up, and I get it lucky this time. Usually I miss that one the first try. And then another one where we're gonna hug the right wall, but I forgot. so I banged. And now we skip over, kind of messy, but we land it. And this is the first checkpoint, which brings us back to the start line. Well, notice I say start line because it's it's not the finish line. And I think it would be cheating to double back through the track and drive through all the checkpoints again. So we're going to do the same drive around the map, get around the checkpoints to get to the finish line. And then we have to do the cut again. After I get this beautiful wall bounce doing a crazy 360. We get back here, doing the setup. We can't be holding gas as we back up to here, because then we have too many reverse RPMs. And we need to be able to get a quick gear change from reverse into first gear. So you see me go forward a little bit and then back so that I can get the quick gear change. Now I'm trying to pick up some speed down this hill and get into third gear on the dirt, which I do that time, but not quite fast enough, and I fall. And my last respawn is at the first checkpoint, all the way on the other side of the map. So I've got to redo it, but I cut it out. Here's a couple of failed attempts. Bang into a tree. And then I fail my drop down from the start several times. We're over 7 minutes in. I get a fine drop down, cut back to the finish. I think this is the one. And we make the jump again. 8 minutes, 31.811 seconds. With a copium timer of about 4 minutes. Thank you for watching.